what's happening here. Go there. There's chat. I see chat. Okay. Why am I not hearing? Oh, yeah, that's why. Okay. Eek! I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, hang on. What does that do? Okay, that lets me do that still. Oh, so many things to learn. And I am not learning none of them. Alright. I really should have taken my break before I started this. Okay, where's it at? Where'd it go? Where's it at? There it is. Yeah, I'm looking for stuff, y'all. I'll just have to live with me. Alright. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Maybe. Hello? There we go. I have no idea. Insanity at its best. Alright. Yeah, this, oh yeah. I'm dying over here. I'm like, what is this doing? Okay. What was I doing? I was going to. No, I'm not going there. Not yet. Go back. Okie dokie. Karaoke. Here I go. That's where I'm at. This is where I've been. What? I don't want to make people. There we go. Alright, let's see how this works. I'm gonna have to get used to dual screens. This is insane. Alright. That is so weird. It's even gonna be weirder when I get a webcam. I'll really be freaking out then. I want to see something over here. So, okay. So I can go over here. And I'm going to say, hey. This is a test, but who knows how long I'll keep streaming it. I'm just trying to learn this. Okay. So that's what it looks like in the chat. And then I just go back and forth. That's a trip. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be so weird. But I like it. Alright. Where was I? Where do I want to go next? Hey! Hey, mouse! I have dual screens now. And I'm like totally tripping on it. I'm not used to it. I still don't have a webcam, but I do have dual monitors now, so I can actually see the chat without looking down and straining my neck all night. Yeah, today, we have a computer store, and we had an old monitor, and so now I have one of the older ones. Hey, Steve! Oh, this is so cool! Thank you. Yeah, I'm still not used to it, and I can only imagine how I will trip over myself when I have a webcam, because I'm so not used to seeing the chat right then and there. I'm having to look down at my phone all the time, and now I can just look over and see who's all in the room. This is so cool. How did your move go? And it's still kind of weird because I can see what y'all see, and I keep thinking, well, wait, my game's over there and not over here where I'm at. Hey, Mouse, did you get anything done while I was gone on that lot? All right, where am I at? There we are. I think I want it to be that big, maybe. My son is constantly scaring me. What, Jacob?
You should update your profile description to remove the blind as a bat part.
Yeah. He says I have to update my profile on the Twitch now that I'm no longer blind as a bat. So yeah, that's about how big I want that. I don't want that any bigger than that. Because I want, even though I want the, you got one bedroom done and you're working on the second. Woo, you're going good. You're going really good because I only taught, I think, for an hour, and then I started working on that park that I started working on before I got off to go teach. The park that we talked about, I started it and I used my move on it, and but I'm not going to use move objects on these lots that I'm working on right now. I want to keep that going as a challenge to myself, because to me it's more challenging than using the cheats. It's more challenging not to use them. Now, I'm going to use big and little all day long. What are you laughing about? They're over there laughing and giggling and carrying on. I ain't got a clue. Uh-oh, what'd he do?
Angry Cops on Facebook sounds like Marlin from Finding Nemo.
Oh my gosh.
So now I see Nemo's dad with the drill sergeant hat on.
I have a house full of boys today, so almost. I'm still -1, but he was here last weekend. Well, I am glad you got that one done and you're on the second one. The second one, wasn't it going to be sparkly, or was that just the first one? All right. Oh, yeah, I don't have that on, so I got to remember. I have to do it the old fashioned way, and that's quite all right. Oh, it's so different. Y'all, I'm not used to this dual monitor. I think it's gonna be a game changer for me once I get used to it. I like the fact that I'm able to see y'all the minute you pop on, because on the phone it was like hit or miss, because I'd have to look down and physically see if you were there or not. Oh, okay, cool, cool. I can't wait to see that house finished. Are you gonna upload that one, or Oh wait, this is the one that's gonna have all the packs that I don't have. I forgot. Ugh. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That'll be cool. I think Steve is passing out, maybe because maybe it was just too much of a move. Hey, Sean. he Captain happens to be my son. Ah, you're totally relaxing. I totally get that. I'm not used to hearing it in stereo. That's weird. Yeah, I can hear you. Is it picking it up over there too? Oh, okay. But I can hear me over. Yeah, with my headphones on, I can hear me over there on your computer. Hey, do you follow? You already follow me, don't you? Oh, you're on the phone. Well, okay, I'm tripping out. You're what? Yeah, you already follow me. Okay. Hey, I can make you one of those things. Hang on. Let me see if I remember how to do it. Uh-huh. Is it going to let me do it that way? I don't know. hope that's right. All right. Yep, it worked. Now I have all the mods. Was it a hard move, Steve? I mean, I know it was only. Oh, shh! You be nice. I know where you live, and I know where your stuff's at. And I can say that because he's my son. I had to have a shower before I got dry. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm so glad that you were able to pop in today. Again, I don't know how long I'm going to be on, maybe another 30 minutes or so, because I will be starting dinner at some point. Oh no, you're mad. Why are you mad? Uh oh, I hope it's not at me. This house that I'm working on right now, they said it was. Oh no, your real house. I was like, wait a minute, what house was tiny? They said it was 3 bedroom. Oh my gosh. Oh no. So is it 3 bedroom or is it really tiny, tiny? Or is like the third bedroom in a closet? Because I've seen some places it's only a 2 bedroom. Oh no, and you need three, don't you? Oh, that does make you mad. Now, are you stuck? And it has no closets. Oh my gosh. So you'd have to live like in a shoebox. Oh my gosh. That is not cool. All right. Here we go. No closet. That's insane. How do you live without it? I mean, you can live without a closet, but it's not very easy. Door at the end of the hallway. Oh my word. That is awful. Ugh, I can't imagine. You get all the way over there thinking you're getting. Oh my word, that's bad. The garden is smaller than the driveway. What are they thinking? Yeah, I can imagine. I'd be hot too. Ugh. Oh, I forgot I had my house all the way up. I can't do anything when it's all the way up. There we go. Just wasted space all at the front. Oh my gosh. That's just awful. I am so sorry that that happened. So are you gonna have to move like immediately, or are you stuck in a lease, or? Oh man.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I know, Jacob.
This time I want
Okay, well, you know how to replace it. Yeah, but he's like not even on whatchamacallit. my my sons are picking on each other now. Oh, okay. So you didn't have to move. You didn't have to sign in to a long term. Can't be my fault. I can count to three. I like that. Yeah. You learned your gazuntas, as my daddy used to say. Alright, what do I want to do here? That maybe? Yeah, that works. I hate how big that is. We're going to make you little. Maybe, maybe a little bit bigger, but not much. There we go. Well, I was under the weather last week when my stream was not streaming its best. Last weekend, it was horrible. It kept cutting out, and it kind of stayed that way until about towards the end of the week. So I ended up playing in my game without streaming. So I did a lot of different things to pass the time, and I'm finally feeling halfway human. Thank you, thank you. As you can hear, I'm still getting the scratchy voice. Yeah, well, I wouldn't call it playing. I only build. I need to learn how to play. But I'm finally starting to feel human. Oh no, I hope not. I hope not. I have not had my flu shot, and I don't know that I will. I have to make it to the doctor first before I decide to make a flu shot appearance. I don't like that there. Ah, yeah, yeah. You can come here and watch me put my trees down and chill out. All right, did I go up a level or nope? I didn't. Okay, I just ran into that wall. Wall keeps getting in my way. I'm glad you're feeling better. It's stress and anxiety are they're actual killers, to be honest. I mean, you can really do a number on yourself if you're not careful. Ooh, that sounds yummy. We're having what are we having? I think I said we're having chili dogs tonight because it's kind of chilly. It's not chilly chilly, but it was cool this morning. It was 39 degrees. I can honestly say I don't think I've ever I need to learn to talk. That's the first thing I need to do. I don't think I've ever had pesto. I've heard of it, but I don't think I've had it. And if it's anything like what is that stuff everybody always eats and they just rave over that hummus or however they say it, I tried that. I did not like it. It was it's basil olive. Oh well, you got me at Parmesan. I would probably eat that definitely because that sounds like something right up my alley. And that's all it is: basil, olive oil, and Parmesan. That's it. Is the Parmesan fresh, dry, grated, what? Because I'm all about the cheese. That's probably why I need to lose a few pounds, but that's okay. You stir it in pasta. Hmm. Okay, okay. I know which Parmesan it is. Yeah, I don't like that hummus stuff. I tried it and I was like, okay. And I don't like avocados either. Avocados are yuck. I don't like them. Yeah, yeah. Now I have made something. What did I make the other day with chickpeas? I made my chickpeas taste like chili, and that was pretty good. Hummus is just mushy chickpeas. Well, I guess I only like my chickpeas with chili seasonings. Wrong flour, right house. Here we go. That's the flour I wanted. I love mushy peas. I don't like avocados either. Oh my gosh. Now I like baby green peas. I like those. Early peas, I think is what they're called. I like those. I like early peas. Early peas are good peas. I like my mashed potatoes. Avocados smell like PCB time. Feel like wet Play-Doh. Now that's funny. That's funny. PVC pipe. I had a girlfriend tell me once, "Oh, try using avocado in your tuna fish instead of mayonnaise." No, give me my mayonnaise, okay? Mushy peas are amazing. Y'all are funny. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna laugh so hard I'm gonna hurt. I have to have the avocado at the cafe. Ooh, I'm sorry. Ooh. I do not like avocado. Avocado is ugh. Maybe it's a good thing I don't have a webcam yet because the faces I'm making would be ugh. Let's see, can I make that one big? Will it fit? No, because I made the tree something, so yeah. Oh, I bet. Oh, I made it fit after all. I don't even know what I did. I just left it alone. Okay. Well, it can stay there then. Oh, I don't. I mean, and now they're saying that it's not as healthy for you as people once thought it was. It's like, I don't think any of them know what's really good for us. I think about my grandparents now. I'm the last of 11 children. My dad was actually in World War II. So I have like, oh, pineapples. Nah, you done took me off the subject again. I like pineapples too. Anyway, but my parents, my dad was in World War II. My grandparents were in World War One. So I have like multi generational knowledge that most people my age may or may not have. And hopefully, all right, where am I? Where am I at? Where am I looking for? There we go. I don't know if I'm wise, but I paid attention to my parents when they were teaching me things. I think my mom would always say that she had the common sense and Daddy had the book smarts. All right. Yeah, I think it'd be a different rock. Well, that worked okay. And I keep grabbing the same one. I think I had something going on with these rocks. Aw. I tell you what, my mama was a go getter. I mean, yeah, I'm talking about grandma. My son goes, "It's grandma. There's nothing else to say." Yeah, my mama was a go getter. She. Yeah, my dad was in Army Air Corps. Of course, now they have Air Force. But back then it was just called Army Air Corps. RAF. RAF. Oh, you're going to make me tell a story. RAF. RAF. Yeah, yeah. Royal Air Force, yeah. There. I just got tongue tied on that, and just as you typed it, my son and I were both answering at the same time. All right, where did my plant go that I want? I always like that one. That's one of my favorites. That is so cool. So, your grandparents. I'm reading. Let me see. Okay. Okay, I've missed something. Hang on. I'm catching up. Oh, I hate that they died of smoking. My parents did not smoke and had kids that did. I know that my dad actually, I don't know, he was radio. He was on the radio. And I don't know everything that he did. But he had a brother that was a test pilot for some stuff in that World War II that died while doing some test piloting off on the West. Oh, wow. Wow. I used to do that too, but I quit like over 10 years ago. Let's see. Yeah, I quit. Let's see. 11, almost 12 years ago. I never smoked that many, but I'd smoke one or two. And I quit cold turkey. So, but I had to quit for a surgery I had to have done, and the doctor says, "Well, you've got to quit the night before surgery." And when I woke up from surgery, I just didn't want them anymore. So, and I had smoked for quite a few years. So let's see, I was like 42 when I quit, I think. They're about 40 or 42, I forget which. But I had started when I was like 14. And, you know, of my siblings, only some of us smoked. I probably, and the thing of it is, with there was 11 of us born, but only 7 of us survived, and now there's only 5 of us still living. And I'm the baby. What did you say? My son's over here quoting dinosaurs. She's the baby. When the Colts left Baltimore. Hmm. My father absolutely was not into sports at all. He wasn't into hunting. He wasn't into fishing. Now my mom would go fishing at the drop of the hat. You want to go fishing? Let's go. But on my mom's family, she had 5 other sisters and only one brother. And the brother was the oldest. And when her dad came back from World War I, he had his daughters out in the yard learning PT. I keep grabbing that same stupid rock. I'm gonna learn. I don't know. I don't like that. I'm gonna undo that. Okay. PT. Okay, hang on. Alright, I missed something. Doo-doo-doo. I missed where PT was. What time is it? It's okay. Huh? Okay. I'm trying to see where I missed something. Oh, okay. Somebody said PT, and I was like, well, where was it said? I like was scrolling and trying to see. Chat. Okay, really? I'm not learning. Oh, wow. You've never fished. Now, I've never hunted. Earning. Okay, where did you say that, Sean? Like, you said pineapples. What? Okay, I'm crazy. I'm seriously trying to read this chat, trying to figure out where it happened. Alright, I've totally lost it. I said, I have no idea what I said now. I don't know what I said. I have no idea. Okay. Anyway, but the fishing and the hunting, my dad was didn't do any of that. He wasn't into any sports. My mom, on the other hand, she was. Oh, okay. I did say that. Learning the PT. Yes, yes. Sorry. My grandfather was in charge of the physical training during World War One, and I think my mother told me that. Oh, who was that famous person? Well, anyway, whoever it was, whatever general it was, came in and said he had the best physical fitness people trainees in the army. Anyway, so when he came back from World War One, he taught all of his daughters. Yeah, you're right, Jacob. And now that Jacob has yelled that, I hope none of y'all are deaf. It was General MacArthur, I think. But anyway, long story short, my aunts were very physical, and they fished. I don't think any of them hunted, but not all of them fished either. Not my mom, and two of her sisters fished. Two of her other sisters are what they like to call delicate. So they didn't do a lot of physical anything. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I get so confused. I'm not used to all this instant. I can see what's happening, but I can see that it's going to be fun. I'm glad my son is in here to correct whatever I might be doing wrong. That goes for both of them. Jacob running up and shouting out the answers. But yeah, I haven't fished in a long time, but I wouldn't say that I could bait my own hook anymore. I don't know. I'm not sure I could ever do that anyway. But I have gone trout fishing. But I do have a sister who is out hunting right now this weekend as we speak. But it's all worth it because at Christmas time that her husband makes homemade deer jerky, and it is some good stuff if you're a meat eater. Lake Windermere. All right. We have a Lake Windermere here too. I think. Or was that an apartment? I don't know. I can understand that. I can understand that for sure, Mouse. I'm not as physical as I once was either. Um, I had a stroke 2 years ago, so. And I have good days and bad days. Mostly I have good days. In the Lake District. Okay. I think I remember now. Windermere was actually a housing project that I knew about. As far as this side of the pond goes. All right. My plants just really, I think I done got spoiled on that little cheap tacky thingy. All right, we're going to put some plants over there. Full of speedboats, though. Ooh, yeah, I bet they do. I don't swim very well, so I am not the best of swimmers at all. All right, I need another little tree. I feel like I'm that artist. Let's put a little tree right there, you know? Just don't know. I'm a natural floater. I mean, I can swim enough to to get me to point A to point B, maybe, but don't expect me to save anybody on the way. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Just lay on your back and just float away. I like to do that when I get in a pool or whatever. Alright, this is working. Alright. Well, hey, I tell you what. Floating is definitely relaxing. Oh no, if you see me running, you know you better run because something's chasing me. I don't run. I can walk, and I walk pretty fast. Well, I do. My son's laughing at me because I said I walk pretty fast. Well, I do. I can walk a mile in like an hour and 15 minutes. Not a mile, 4 miles in an hour. Yeah, I walk 4 miles in an hour and 15 minutes. So I average about a mile. The quickest I've done since my stroke is I did walk a mile in like 16:44. Her walk is a steady jog, except there's no bouncing involved. Josh would be so proud of you watching my stream. His other brother's been trying to help me get used to doing all this streaming, and he'll hop on sometimes and he'll host or do whatever that stuff's called. Like I said, I'm still learning most of it. I'm doing good to know how to make him a mod. I like that there. That works. Let's see. Get you there. Get these little dudes. I like these little dudes. They're cool. Get me some more little bitty rocks. Alright, that's gonna go. Oh, I totally missed a side over here. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. Get some different flowers. Let's see, can I make that one be there? Ooh, I sure can. Look at that go. But yeah, the only thing I didn't even walk this week because I didn't feel good. And I normally walk in the mornings with my sister. She lives several hours away, and we walk and talk long distance. And I'm usually an early riser. I'm usually up way before anybody else in my house. And so when I wasn't feeling good, I only walked. I think I only walked on Monday. That was the only day that I walked this week. Ooh, no, that's not any fun, Mouse. I had my first bout of those this year. That was not a picnic I do not wish on anybody. That and to be honest, mine was mild, and I was fortunate that I caught it early, but oh man. Now I've never had poison ivy either. I don't want that mess either. I'll pass on all of that, thank you. Oh man, I know those are not any kind of picnic at all. always keep forgetting to change the color of this little plant, so I'm going to do that right now. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I hate that. I am so sorry, Mouse. They are not any kind of fun. They are not any kind of fun at all. I know for me, I ended up having, and this is not shingles, but it's shingles related. When I was in my 20s, I had chicken pox for the first time in my life. I was in labor at the same time. That was no picnic either. Yeah, I hope they stay away for sure. Yeah, get that medication. Although that medication did a number on everything else for me, but it definitely took care of it. Got it under control. Me and that same rock. I keep going for it. And I know I can turn them and stuff, but I tend to forget that I do that too. I hope that it clears up for you quick, and I hope it doesn't get you in any other places, because it is not fun. Yeah, see, I didn't have chicken pox. I'll never forget. I got really bad sick one time after I graduated high school, and my mom took me to the doctor, to the emergency room actually, because I didn't want to go anywhere, and it was a weekend, and she knew something was wrong if I wouldn't try to run off somewhere. And went to the emergency room, and one of the doctors said, "Well, have you had chicken pox?" I'm like, "I don't know." And my mama said, "No, she's never had them." And they're like, "Oh, well, she must have had one at some point." And my mom said, "No, she's never had them." And sure enough, 7 years later, or not seven, let's see, 5 years later, I was pregnant, in labor, and broke out with the chicken pox. So we couldn't find that doctor that told us that I had them, because we don't know where he was. Yeah. I don't. I've just got over mine this year, so, and they say that the pain can stay with you for a while. Nope, didn't have mumps or measles either. But I think I had whatchamacallit shots for those. I don't want those pink ones. I want the other ones. Those. Or were that those? I don't know. They're all starting to look the same. You didn't have any shots. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, they pretty much hit all of us with the immunizations. So, when we were little. Now, granted, like I said, I was the last of 11 kids. I probably had more than anybody else did. I know that one vaccine that most people got on their arms that would make a hole, looks like a little dent in their arm. The year I was born, instead of putting it in your arm, they put it on your back. BCG. BCG. Okay, hang on. It'll come to me eventually. This time next Saturday. Oh, wow. Yeah, you definitely want to be clear if you're getting that done. You don't want to have any inflammation of any kind going on. If you're getting that done for sure. That's one thing. I don't have any tattoos. I could draw some, but I don't have any. And yes, definitely. I hope everything works out well. That you can do what you want to do, get done what you want to get done, and not be sick with that mess because it is not any fun. Being that favorite rock of mine, I tell you. And I know somebody told me that if I ever decide to use, what is it called? The, oh, I can't think of the name of it. Debug mode. That I'd have access to 9 gazillion rocks. I'm having enough fun with these 5. I don't need any more. Oh, wow. Wow. Are you just now just getting brave enough for it, or just now able to afford it, or a little bit of both? Come on, really? My thing doesn't want to do right. It's a long time to wait, for sure. Ain't that the truth, Steve? Definitely can't say you didn't think it through. Well, I definitely hope that you can get it done and then it's everything that you wanted. Right. That reminds me, when I get off later on, I got to tell my son some stuff that I found this weekend going through some boxes. Oh, it's all good. I found all kinds of artwork and photographs and stuff like that. Let's see, I think I have 3 piercings in one ear, 2 piercings in the other ear, and that's the extent. Okay. Because I was trying to fully flesh out and figure out everything for it. Mainly, I just needed to figure out the colors for the tattoo. Oh man, I bet. Yeah. I've heard some horror stories. Way cool. Way cool. On knowing exactly what you want and how you want it done. Have Have you checked out various tattoo artists? And you found the artist to do it. Have you seen their work? And by seeing their work, I mean seeing actual tattoos on other people, not just what they have in a book or whatever. I tend to go mama bear and well, I am excited for you. I hope that everything works out the way that you want it to, Mouse. No more rocks. For pretty, I like that. I like that. Get more fancy smancy on us. Back of the right shoulder. Oh, cool. Now that sounds awesome. Now, if I only knew music. But I know pretty much what some of that is, so. I'm definitely not musical. I mean, I can sing, kinda, maybe. I like the sound of the design. That design sounds really cool. I'm glad you found somebody that will be able to do it the way that you want it. There we go. I think I'm going to like this dual monitor. I'm able to keep up with the conversation a lot easier. Yeah, the piercings and the tattoos would have to be by appointment only for sure. I know that's how my yoga was going even a little bit before the pandemic because my studio is so small, and then the pandemic hit and they put restrictions on how close we could be in a confined area, and I just don't. My space was already so small. Since it's all online for now, the artists have their profiles online. Cool, cool. I just thought maybe you ran into somebody that had their work done. I've got a dragon that I drew once that I think would make an awesome tattoo. But I'd have to go dig that picture out, and I don't know where it's at. I'll have to share it another time. Well, I hope that your shingles stay away and you don't end up having all that mess. And that you get to go do what you want to do that you worked so hard to get to. I hear that's what people say a lot of times, but once they start getting tattoos, yeah, Steve, I was thinking the same thing. I know so many people, oh, I'm only going to get 2 tattoos. I'm only going to get 1 piercing, or I'm only going to get this done. And all of a sudden, it just snowballs. Ah, yeah, most of my earrings, I've only got probably 4 out of the 7 that work. Although sometimes I can finagle and get another one in the third. But I don't even wear earrings anymore. Yeah, definitely. Mine always kept getting. I'd always wear the long dangly ones, and nieces and nephews, and would always grab them and yank them out. So yeah, it was not pretty. Well, I can see that this is gonna be cool. I can't wait. And I hope that next Saturday you get to tell us that you, or Sunday, or whatever day you pop in on, that you get to tell us that you got it done. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I hope that wasn't too loud. I tried to move the mic out of the way. I am going to have to sign off for now. I've got to go get dinner going. And thanks for testing out my dual monitor system. Now that I know how to work this a little bit, maybe we'll see if I can repeat it again tomorrow. But I'm going to sign out for now. I am so glad I got to catch up with the both of you. I'm glad you were able to come back, Mouse, and I'm glad you were able to do the things that you were wanting to do. Y'all have a good night and peace out. All right, I got to get back over there. I promise I'm leaving. I promise. Good night.